Hi, this is Daniela Wolf with Bestie Life, the podcast, and this is your community to support you through the little and not so little events that make up your day-to-day life. From the I've got this moments to the I just can't moments. We are here to empower all women to find and develop the skills they need to find peace, balance, and the bliss in their busy. Through solo episodes as well as interviews with amazing women who share their journey and their story and how it works for you. I hope you find the inspirations to make you laugh, think, as well as maybe rethink what you thought you knew, and connect as we realize that we are all living similar ups and downs and don't have to do it alone. So excited for you to hear this episode, and thanks so much for joining me today. Hi, this is Daniela with Bestie Life, the podcast, and today we are going to take a deep dive into the culture of your company, your business, your home, whether it's a company or household of one or of many, and why being aware of that culture that you're creating and how it can contribute to your burnout. So keep in mind some of the things I'm going to say. I'm going to use the word company, but I might mean your job for somebody else or your home because, like I said, whether you're a household or one of more, it's like running a business to keep your house running smoothly and all the things working well. Also, it doesn't matter necessarily what your role is, whether it's in your household or company, whether you're the CEO, the head of HR, an admin. It's everyone's job in general to contribute to that culture as part of those communities because that plays a significant role in not only your well-being, but the well-being of everybody around you. So first things first, what I mean when I say the culture of your company or your household, it's really those shared values, norms, and behavior that define that environment. What makes your workplace yours? What makes your home yours? And kind of examining what those values and norms are and seeing how much of them align with who you want to be, who you state you are, as well as what does it look like? You know, we might have these values and norms and behaviors, but what does it actually look like? How do they play out on a regular basis? And seeing from just an objective kind of overview perspective, do they match up? Do those things align? Now, from a job perspective, you might be thinking, well, I'm a solopreneur or a freelancer. What does this have to do with me? Well, it can still mean everything. If you're like me as a solopreneur, a lot of people might think they're immune to that workplace culture because it's just them. They are the workplace. But there's so much more to your home office, even if you're working from home for somebody else, that can really influence your well-being. And so there's still a lot of those cultural norms and values that you need to pay attention to. Now, especially as an entrepreneur, and I've talked about this before, in the age of constant connectivity, it's really easy to fall into that trap of working around the clock. So whether you're working for somebody else and you're checking emails or you're following your passion and it's something you love to do and you're spending all of your time in, or even as a parent or in your household, you can still become overconsumed with the day-to-day activities of raising a family and running a household that can lead to burnout, even if it is just you. The next trip that can come up sometimes is trying to do more with less. And that doesn't always just happen at big businesses and companies, whether you're a parent, whether you're a solopreneur, whether it's just you at home. You're trying to juggle too many roles and too many tasks, thus trying to do more than you typically should be able to, and leading yourself into exhaustion. Learning how to prioritize and really delegate your time as well as intentionally plan your time is going to help you really kind of separate what is a must-do now as well as a must-do by you from something that can be done later or delegated to somebody else. And so in general, why should you care about burnout prevention, whether you're at a job, whether you're working at your own business, or just in maintaining your household? Because ultimately, your well-being matters. You know, Burnout is one of those things that we don't even realize can affect our overall quality of life, our health and well-being on an emotional, mental, and physical level. And so being able to prioritize why this is important and apply it to all these other areas of your life is going to help create the lifestyle that you love both at work and at home. Create that work-life balance, harmony, and flow so that we are living our best life, that we are happy with the way things are going on a day-to-day basis, that we are making sure we are taking this one life we have and experiencing all the things we want to do to the max. So the key is definitely to be aware of some of the signs that can be contributing to your burnout, as well as then taking the steps to prevent it, no matter the size of the culture that you're working within, and prioritizing your self-care, setting some boundaries, and knowing when to hit the pause button are just some simple, easy steps, not to solve all of it, but to at least begin that process of taking stock and starting to make that change. Because you may have heard me say so many times, that self-care especially, it's not a luxury. It is a daily necessity in order to maintain a healthy work culture, healthy home culture, healthy work-life balance within your world. It's going to not only help you thrive personally, but also professionally. So in this quick little micro episode, hopefully you got some ideas about how to examine what's happening in your day-to-day life, what's the culture like at home and at work, and how to start taking some simple, actionable steps to change that. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Let me know. I can't wait to help support you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know any questions or comments that you have. Also, if you can please leave an Apple 5-star review so that this episode can be shared with more women. There's 2 quotes that I love. Alone we may be strong, but together we are stronger, as well as when women support each other, incredible things happen. So let's be stronger and incredible together, as well as maybe just have some fun along the way. Thanks so much and talk to you soon. Bye.